now to lead out Keski-Korpi. Keski-Korpi taking a little bit of a run up at this. He knows that Juha Rittenen's fast. He has a lot of grip, a lot of pace in that car. Through the gears, he goes down, looks for the initiation. Nice flick from Juha Rittenen. Keski-Korpi goes wider, tags the wall. He's now pushed himself on the inside. Oh, and Rittenen hits the wall massively.
Yeah, you could just see how close he was.
Let's take a look back at the replay for this one, make it a little bit clearer. As we can see, Juha Rittenen, Keski-Korpi gets the initiation wrong. Yeah, and it was all Juha Rittenen's own collision there. Look at this. Oh yeah, big tag on the wall.
Oh, and you can see it really shook him around the car. Now, these drivers are all the best of safety equipment. They've got the hands devices. Oh, it's a heavy hit on the front of the car there. Yeah,
there's nowhere that Keski-Korpi could go. He had to hit him.
Yeah, nothing to do with Keski-Korpi, and you can see
he's on the brakes.
He's on the brakes, and the door falls off Keski-Korpi's car. The outer door skin just falls completely off the car. You can see Keski-Korpi on the brakes and the handbrake immediately when he sees Rintanen, but I mean, they're at such pace at that point. What can you do? And that is a very unfortunate start to the top 32.
And, there's a lot of guys out there looking strong. This could be the weekend, Dave, where it kind of starts falling away from him. He was so close last year. Could this year be the year where he doesn't even come anywhere near gaining anything on the championship?
Well, I mean, it's only one round, right? So everyone, I always say, everyone has a bad one. Everyone has a bad one round out of the 6.
Front wheel, Dave.
Yeah, it's pretty, and that's done some damage behind that. You've got to accept. Look at the rear arch there, just in front of the door. You can tell that that's taken quite a push into the car. Now, these cars are quite modular in terms of, the chassis itself is everything outside of the chassis, from the suspension to the crash bars. These are all kind of designed to crumple, to break, to have issues. I mean, they're not naive. They don't come here with complete street cars thinking this will be fine. So they know there's a really good lead run. It looked to me like Meyer didn't have a massive answer for it, and he had an opportunity with a great lead run to put in a good chase. Not bad, still in the balance. Meyer's going to have to be excellent in the lead here. Correa, well, he can smell the blood in the water now because he can get close and win this one.
Yeah, he certainly can. But look at this nice straight line initiation from Correa, but he's allowed Yves Meyer to start to pull a gap. Oh, and he tags the wall. There's Yves Meyer, and he's bent the back wheel, and can he hold on to it? He's gone super wide. He's going to be over the grass, and Yves Meyer now has to shut it down and no.
You never know as a chase driver, do I stay in it? But to me, Meyer does a really good job of getting wide, but he goes too deep here. The first hit, it's this second hit here. Boom. That's when the arm, you can see the car starting to jump up and down. You'll see it better from this angle. As he hits it here, really bad. Boom. Arm is bent, as you see the transition here. That wheel is just absolutely flailing. Goes over the grass, and Correa's like, oh, we're around. This could be the one. And in these conditions, so unpredictable, which way is it going to go? Oren Nielsen representing Norway, Pontus Hartmann representing Sweden. Here we go.
Yeah, off the handbrake, through the gears, down they come. Nielsen fires it in and gets it up onto the wheel. But look at Pontus Hartmann right there with him. He shallows up the angle, knows he's in.
I think he hit him. He may have hit the front wheel. We'll have a look at that again. Did Pontus Hartmann hit the front wheel of Oren Nielsen's car? They stay in it and stay moving, but it's going to come down to that first corner as they head down to the end of the circuit. This is where we expect it to be a little bit slippery. And as you can see, Oren Nielsen doing a good. Just have to have one look at this again. And he gets very close. Nielsen looks like he's on a good line.
It hits the front wheel, yeah. It's front wheel's the front wheel.
There's a bump on the front of the car. Let me see, this angle's probably, yeah. But Nielsen's kind of on big angle there as well, to be fair. He goes on big angle, look. But he does push him around.
3 rounds in, and these cars look like they've been to the moon and back so far. Look, we're back on the line, ready to rock and roll. Nielsen off the handbrake now, slams through the gears, chase position. Will he play it safe? Will he know he has an advantage? Who knows who has an advantage right now? And he shallows up massively. Oh, as Pontus Hartmann gets himself into the wall, makes a big correction. Back into it goes Hartmann, and Nielsen does keep his distance. He is going to play this one safe. He now starts to trust Pontus Hartmann as they come down the hill, over. The front wheel bang on that white line, and Hartmann's doing a nice job now in the second half of the run as he goes up to the wall and across the line.
I'm just going to give you my always speculative approach. Does Nielsen go close on that run, closer than he needs to, if he thinks that he could be at fault for the first run? I'm just thinking, he doesn't back off there, but Hartmann has a big hit with the wall. I think the boot lid from Hartmann's car hits Nielsen's car. Just here, watch. Boot lid comes off here. Oh, just misses the back of it.
Misses it.
And Nielsen's in the game the whole way through. I'll tell you what, this is a tough one. You can see the specks of rain on the windscreen as well, so the conditions are changing dramatically. Nothing left of the rear of Hartmann's car, and it's a good thing because it would have been buried in the second wall as well. And Nielsen does fight pretty hard through the rest of the run. That first corner is going to decide it on lead and chase, I think, both sides. So if Hartmann's deemed at fault for the half spin from Nielsen, Nielsen will get the win because Hartmann is the fault. If Nielsen's on too much angle, does that blame, Nielsen on the car? I mean, who knows? Well, we will know very soon because there's going to be a decision on this, and they're having a little discussion about it themselves. So let's see who gets the win. Will it be Pontus Hartmann? Will it be Oren Nielsen? It's going to be Pontus Harman getting the win, and I think, you know what? Through a battle, Josiah Flay is going to be the first car today with a car that isn't steering correctly to go into the first corner with a wet track, and oh, who knows what's going to happen next.
Well, there we go. They're going to try it, and they flick it across the circuit, and there you go. In a heartbeat, it goes full wet. Josiah hits the tyres, hits the wall, buries it, puts it into a big spin, and hits the other side on the wall.
Oh, that Corvette's taken a big hit there, and just that he led the first run in the dry. And you can see as Josiah comes in, he buries the car into that first wall. He bounces out of it, then it hits that wet patch of rubber, and you can see absolutely no grip there. Look, right here, no grip. That's the dip.
Yeah.
The dip in the tarmac, and the rain sits in it, and all the rubber sits in it. And you can see as he hit that, there was absolutely no control, and unfortunately, Josiah hits all 4 corners of the Corvette. Not what you want to see.
No, not what you want to see at all. We'd like to see these guys come out of this unscathed as the rain continues to fall. And I mean, do you know what, for me, which is very, very surprising, is how quickly that track went from full dry to full wet. 60 seconds?
Position here, you're going to have to initiate so early to make sure that you don't overcommit to that corner.
Or come in super slow, and you can't come in super slow because you know that the guy behind you will be absolutely pinned to the door. Then here we go, they're through, and they are going to go slow. And Kevin Passeur's going to go for a really early initiation. He holds onto it now. Can he play the game? Can he get that car around? Oh, look at He's almost straight there, and he is straight, and he struggles to get that car drifting. He cannot get any angle. Passeur takes it to the wall, and now we start to see how slow that circuit is as they come back up the hill. Goes to the wall, tags the back bumper, the rear end pushed back into place for Kevin Passeur. They come down the hill and over the bump, and Korpelinski just can't get that car anywhere near where it needs to be. He can barely carry any angle as Passeur manages to get up the hill, onto the wall, and across the line.
Oh, it's like watching in slow motion. The conditions are horrendous. Horrendous. Neither driver could actually get the car out of the first corner.
Out of the first corner.
Passeur goes in, and again, you see, straight into the wall, bang, leans on the wall twice, 2 big bangs from Kevin Passeur. Look at Korpelinski, he can't tell whether the wheels are spinning or they're stopped or what's happening.
He's basically doing a rolling burnout at one point here because the wheels are spinning, he's on the rev limit, but the steering wheel's almost dead straight.
His face actually looks confused in the car. He's like, what is happening?
What is going on? Why can't I get this car to drive like it wants to drive?
Passeur is bouncing off the walls. You can see the twitchiness from the front steering on both cars as they try. I mean, Passeur does a good job, to be fair. I mean, he stays relatively on the line, but it's just almost, you know, it looks like they're in first gear. Maybe they are in first gear. Who knows?
Who knows what gear they're in?
But it looks almost undrivable. Passeur hit every wall on the track.
Every wall.
Every single wall. Just to keep him on the track, he needed the walls as a barrier.
And he did what you said, Dave. They leant on the wall as a crutch to make sure they got around the circuit, and I think Kevin Passeur played that a very clever game there. This could play into the hands of him.
The bigger mistakes there are definitely coming from Korpelinski, but I mean, I'm not going to predict anything with the conditions the way they are now because it's easier in some ways and harder in another. Now, Korpelinski's got to lead, got to go to the wall, and I just don't know if it's possible to not hit that first wall. Whatever way the conditions are and the track change there, they just seem to smash into it regardless of experience, horsepower, or where we are in the competition. Look at that, Korpelinski taking a very, very tentative approach into that first corner as Korpelinski now hits the wall, Passeur hits the wall, they both hit the wall, both lose the boot lid off the car as they come through that last section. And you can see Korpelinski now actually has a little bit more pace in the car, it seems, than Kevin Passeur. Korpelinski on very shallow angle though as they come through there. Now they come down the hill, Korpelinski doing a safe job here and a good job from Korpelinski in the lead position as they transition back to that last wall. Look at Passeur trying to find some proximity wherever he can, and it's very sketchy. He almost pushes Korpelinski into the wall, and that is a tough, tough task for our judges to even decipher what to do here. First thoughts?
Yeah, just trying to break that one down in my head. For me, Kevin Passeur, I think he just did everything he could in his power. There's a big mistake there for Korpelinski because look at the way it affected the steering wheel. Twice he hit it and it really affected the steering wheel. But this time, we know Passeur hit the wall in his lead, but Korpelinski wasn't on the door. He was on the middle of the circuit almost straight. I think that could lean in Kevin Passeur's favour. From then on out, Kevin Passeur can't really gain any proximity. It looks like Korpelinski's got the grip dialed. He's manages to carry some form of speed. Kevin Passeur stamps a little bit of authority on it at the end of the run by, you know, gaining that proximity, but he does sacrifice the line. Look, he makes a massive jump here. Will he be rewarded for it? Potentially. Again, Korpelinski hits the wall, pinballs across the track.
Korpelinski comes off angle. Kevin Passeur says, back on angle, please. So let's see which way the judges go. And it looks like going through to the top 16 will be Kevin Pazur from Estonia. Kevin Pazur from Estonia. He's been on a flyer this year.
Yeah, and I think
from the heat of Spain all the way to the rain of Finland, he's still in it. Here we've all just got to sit back and hope both of these cars get across the line in 2 runs, because we haven't seen too much of that in this top 32. Falvey will be in the chase position. Kuba Peszkowski in the lead position. This one is a game of chess.
It certainly is. The whole championship is a game of chess right now as they fire down. Peszkowski's going for a big, fast, wild initiation. And look at Connor Falvey, though, no messing around. Peszkowski goes into the wall, and Falvey has to hit him. He has nowhere to go, and he shuts it down.
What happened there? Did Peszkowski go into the wall and bounce back into Falvey, or was Falvey too aggressive? We're going to have to check a replay on this one. And they don't get past the first corner again.
But is Falvey going to be rewarded for the aggression?
I mean, Falvey was close, but does he get too close and make contact, or did Kuba Peszkowski hit the wall and bounce back out again? It's very hard to know until we see a replay here. We're going to see it from the off. Kuba Peszkowski in car here. Now, as they go through, Falvey's very close. Watch the rear end of Peszkowski's car. He hits it hard, and does he bounce back into Falvey?
He bounces back into Falvey. Falvey's keeping the proximity. Watch, bam, bam.
Oh, that's hard to call. Falvey's very aggressive, maybe overly aggressive at that point.
No, look, it's very, we put our opinions out there.
Yeah, but do you have to give room?
I don't think, yeah, but this is the problem, Dave. You give the room and then you allow that chase, that lead car to get away. I'm going to say, and I'm going to throw it all out there, I'm going to say that Kuba Peszkowski made the error first. He did exactly what Zalewski done.
I'm hearing the results come in now that Kuba Peszkowski has debeated, therefore the judges have had to make a decision, and they have made a decision on this one to give the fault to Kuba Peszkowski, meaning that going through to the top 16 will be Connor Falvey. Connor Falvey goes through to the top 16. It all happened in an instant. We're going to go back to our judges. Vernon, what happened there? So are we right in saying that Peszkowski bouncing back into Falvey, or what happened there?
Yes, exactly. That's what happened. We saw the replay from the back, and you can see that Kuba is hitting the wall first, and then Falvey hits him, and that caused the incomplete. So, yeah. It's Kuba's mistake. You can see it here on the replay. This is a very nice view. There you go.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, Vernon, what you're saying is everyone's been doing it, but if you're close, which is where you want the chase driver to be, you have nowhere to go there, which is a fair point.
And we look, we always have a tussle with the commentary booth, and that's damage on the car. Now, we may have to give Connor Falvey, yes, a complete debeat, so he's going to need a competition timeout to repair the car.
At the moment now, the judges are deciding whether he needs to, because he's won the battle, and he needs to do the second run. So we have a fit. So he has to do the second run. He will be given time to put another tire and wheel on that car, and Connor Falvey will need to do a second run. So not going through to the top 16 just yet. Well, he will go through, but he wouldn't be able to continue competition if he doesn't complete the second half.
So I'm hearing it over my headset. What he has to do is go back, change that rear wheel, and then he has to initiate the first corner to prove that his car is able to compete. Then he will get the win, and then he will be able to drive in top 16.
Yeah, so we're just going to make the clarification of the rules here. So Connor Falvey, not at fault.
No.
But in order he will get the win either way, because Peszkowski is out. However, he would be out of competition if he couldn't prove his car can mechanically do the first corner. So either way, Connor Falvey's going to win this, but to go to top 16, he needs to put a wheel on the car, put from one to the other. This is his first ever top 16 in Drift Masters, and Pontus Hartmann is going to be a tough opponent because Pontus doesn't make too many errors. So let's see what happens when they come off the line.
Yeah, off the line they go. Hartmann will want this one. He'll want to steal the thunder from Adam LZ, but LZ goes for a nice initiation, very tentative, but keeps in control, puts the back end of that E36 into the wall. Hartmann almost hits him, puts himself into almost a spin.
And
LZ hit the wheel. LZ snapped a rear arm on the back of that BMW. Can he hold on to it? Oh, and the wheel now making smoke where it's at a complete wrong angle. LZ absolutely flying. He's staying in it. Oh, the wheel goes under the car.
Oh, that's a big hit. The wheel went under the car, hops the car up, and it's going to come back to that first corner and the collision between LZ and Pontus Hartmann. Who caused the collision? That's what's going to happen. And you know, if we look back historically, it doesn't look good for LZ here, as the driver going in the wall first seems to get blamed for a lot of it. But I mean, I was just about to say that even if he finished the run, he wouldn't have been able to finish the second one. He wouldn't have been able to start the second one with the damage on the car. This is a pretty big hit here on the left rear. Yeah, there's definitely contact.
I don't know if you can see it from that angle.
You can definitely feel it from that side. Hartmann hits the rear of LZ's car very hard there. Watch this. Boom.
Oh.
But it's already this side of the car is already affected. So it's again, he's got hit both sides. And I think that is...
Did Pontus Hartmann push Adam LZ into the wall? That's what we're going to look at.
Well, I mean, this is where we're going to have the judges come in and explain. But to me, there's a collision on the first corner. It looks to me like, I would imagine both LZ and Hartmann going a little too hard. Probably getting in the wall. Look at this. This is dramatic. Oh, my goodness.
The wheel goes
under the car. Have you ever seen anything like it? The carnage this weekend has just been... We've seen... Look, he's up on 3 wheels. 2 wheels. Well, that's not ideal. Adam LZ having some big hits this weekend in a brand new chassis. And look at this.
Wow.
He's on 2 wheels. A reverse wheelie going through the track. I've never seen anything like it. Well, you come here for action. You come here for unpredictability. And I think you're getting it in spades this weekend. And look at this. Look at the scenes. Take a screenshot of that. The spring came out of the rear of the car.
Out of the coilover, come out of the back of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. Well, Dave, I have got some news just coming across my headset now. Adam LZ is deemed at fault. It wasn't affected by Pontus Hartmann, so Pontus Hartmann will get a bye run if that car is safe position. He's the higher qualifier. So Conor Falvey on a better lead line than Cherba. Can Cherba hang with the 16-year-old, or will the new young blood in the championship come through and steal the crown? Or did he steal the thunder? Well, he's coming through the gears down for initiation, and Cherba's all over the side of the S15, but then he gives a little separation. Oh, and Falvey tags the wall and it upsets the car, but he starts to pull away now. Cherba shuts the car down mid-track as parts off of Falvey's car disappear in the background. And Conor Falvey puts foot to floor. Can he hold on to it? Can he complete this run? Or did Benedictus Cherba deem anything there to knock him out of competition? What has happened?
Was it a rebound off Falvey's car that caused the issue? That's the question we're going to have to ask now. What happened with Cherba's car? Did he hit Falvey and cause an issue? No, he's looking at something electronic.
So it's the electronics in the car. He's looking at the dash. And these guys all run digital dashes and what they call a PDM. So
let's look at this again. Was it... Falvey goes way too hot in here.
There's no contact.
No contact between the 2 cars, and Cherba just shuts down.
Watch Cherba. Watch him in the car. He tags the wall as well.
He's driving along, and then
he looks at the dash straight away. He's looking at the dash.
So something, yeah.
And
does the car cut out?
The car cuts out. Look at, there's no smoke.
Yeah, the car cuts out. How bizarre. How bizarre that the car cuts out. You see Falvey just tearing pieces of S15 all over the track. But Conor Falvey's not going to know any... Oh, God, that was big damage on the back.
Big damage. He's damaged the radiator.
And it split the radiator on the back of the car as well, and it's pouring out steam on the back of Conor Falvey's car. So we have an incomplete from... And this could be a case of he's not safe to run, he would be out of competition. So this could be swinging back the other way very quickly.
So he's losing coolant. Yeah, look, he's losing coolant out of the car, which means Marcin won't be allowed to send him. I'm trying to listen in to see what Benedictus Cherba is saying to our start line marshal Marcin. And Benedictus' car is off. Look.
Yeah, he has the car off at the moment for some reason. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on
So
here.
how does this even play out?
Oh, he's trying to turn the car on. He's saying it won't start. Oh, it will start. There you go.
He slowed you down or what? Why did you hit him?
Because he hit in the wall.
Okay. But your car is okay?
Pretty much.
So
Cherba's saying that he shut the car down because Conor Falvey hit the wall. But now the judges won't deem it in that way, Dave.
No.
We've got to look at it on a technical platform. Benedictus Cherba will be saying, look, I shut the car down because he hit the wall. But the judges will be saying that he continued the run.
Yeah, there was no contact.
There was no contact between the 2 guys. The judges will say to Benedictus Cherba, look, yes, he hit the wall, but you should have continued the run because Conor Falvey was able to complete the run. That's the point where the radiator got hit.
And also at this point, Cherba is trying to drift at this point and then shuts down. So it's a strange one. Now, Falvey's got a bent radiator here. It's definitely split. But I'm not too sure what the situation is at the moment. So he's got a bent radiator. It's not leaking fluid, but it could be, and it could be unsafe. So Marcin's going to have to make some big calls here.
But now that could just be water holding in the radiator from the overflow. You don't know, Dave.
Or does he run the car with no radiator? So I'm just trying to listen.
Yeah, we're trying to listen in. We're sorry for the pause in our commentary, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to listen in to hear what Conor Falvey's saying to our start line marshal Marcin. So the radiator isn't damaged. The little drips of water are coming from the overflow. You see that bottle in the back with the hose on it? That is dripping water out. I think that the steam from I don't know though, Dave.
That radiator looks pretty split to me.
Your radiator is broken and it's leaking. Yeah, it's leaking, yes, but now the judge is asking what's happening.
So he's explained that the radiator is split. Conor Falvey is going to be deemed whether he's able to compete or not. James Dean saying he's probably going to finish this run without any issue. So now Dean's in the chase position. He's got a bit of an advantage. He's got to force it home here by going on the door. Kavia's got to put in the lead run of his life.
Well, he took a little bit of a run up for the start line, and James Dean did too as they fire in. Kavia goes 90 degrees to the tyres. Dean's on the inside. Kavia's in the wall in a big way, and it straightens him out. And he's broken the rear wheel.
He's broken the rear arm. We've seen it over and over again, and that's going to be Dean's win. Now you can see Kavia went in with the big flick to try and upset Dean behind him, but it just didn't work. James Dean finishes out the run. The pyro goes up, and I think Kavia just said, I gave it everything I had. I threw it in on 90 degrees, and he just caught the wall a little too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, look, he had to risk it. Oh, man, look at Pesur.
Pesur, visor down, laser focused. Here we go. This is going to be an interesting one as they come off the line. Juha Poitalaxo in the lead. Finnish hopes are with him right now as he fires in very, very wide. And Poitalaxo goes in the wall, but makes it count. And Pesur has to make evasive action to stay out of it. This one is throwing body panels everywhere. Pesur makes a big dive through the center of the structure. Now Pezur's coming for it. This one is personal now as Pesur dives through. Poitalaxo flirting with the edge of the track. As Pesur takes a huge dive onto the door. That is what we came here to see. Oh, unbelievable. That is another level. That's another level. Look at the angle. From Poitalaxo's running the wall 30 feet before the zone.
He's in that zone so early, picks a throttle up, and he is up and gone. And look
I thought he was in the wall, and he made it work. But then Pesur comes with so much aggression.
Pesur was not messing around on those transitions, the dives, the way he positioned the car was unbelievable. And I thought that Poitalaxo was going to disappear down the hill, but look at this from Kevin Pesur. He's shortcutting the circuit to try and keep that proximity. Look at this dive, boom, through the smoke, on the foot brake, into the door, and then watch this across the line, bam.
Oh, that's the little reminder. I'm here, buddy.
Here I am.
Yeah, where are you going?
Here I am.
You didn't get away from me with your big entry there, did you? Oh, and Poitalaxo's lead run was phenomenal. That would have been a 99 all day in qualifying. Now he's got to go close. And look at this, the run-in from Juha as he takes every advantage he can off the start line. Pesur's car is in bits. Poitalaxo's coming for it here as Juha fires in on the door. Pesur goes wide, and he has to make evasive maneuvers there, Juha, as he takes the chase position now. Pesur's on a flyer, but he's a big angle. Even you have some opportunity here to get back into it. Out to the wall they go as Pesur now in the lead position, pulling some gap here. Poitalaxo's going to make a big dive into that last corner, and he doesn't get there. He does get there. Onto the door he goes. The Finnish fans go wild. What do you think, Keane? I'm not sure. I am not sure.
I'm thinking Kevin Pesur's lead line was nicer than Juha Poitalaxo.
Gets to the zone very late there.
But he stays in the zone longer. If you watch the replay from Juha Poitalaxo, he exited the zone there.
Yeah, true.
Kevin Pesur stays in it. He swings it wide here, keeps clear of that inner curb, which puts him on a beautiful line there to the outside zone. I think that opened the door. That gave Poitalaxo the opportunity for the proximity. I just don't think that Poitalaxo took all the opportunities to get on the door where he should have done. He makes a nice dive here, gets up close and personal, but Kevin Pesur's car is up and gone.
Yeah. I gotta say right now, that's a tight one.
That's a very tight one. Look at that.
It's unbelievable to watch. Like, you gotta watch these guys drive and say, to have this level of precision on a track that is this difficult, is so difficult. And they're making this look, oh, that was like a final. That was like a final
battle, yeah.
Well, someone's gonna go through to the last spot in the top 8. Let's see who it is. And it's Kevin Pesur. Kevin Pesur goes through, and I've got to say, it's got to come down to that great lead running, and I think you were probably on the ball. I'm going to do a quick throw over to Vernon. Kevin Pesur. This is the one I've been looking forward to. With the aggression from Pesur in that 16, and the aggression from Dean, you can guarantee whatever happens here, this is going to be close. Or it's going to be a lot of rubbing doors, because Kevin Pesur, Rookie of the Year last year, 2023's Rookie of the Year, is coming out swinging this year. He's in the top 5 of the championship.
Yeah.
So he can beat Dean here. Dean's also in the top 5 of the championship. This would be a big statement for Kevin Pesur with the machine. It takes a lot to put him off the rails.
It does, but can Kevin Pesur be the man to derail the train right now? And he doesn't have that proximity on initiation. He needs to lean on Dean a little bit here as Dean goes absolutely absolutely ripping through in that inner zone. Oh, contact! Kevin Basur takes a huge bite.
He's DB to Dean. He's broken an arm on Dean's car, which I think, if Kevin Pazur is deemed at fault for this, the decision is going to be made here and now. We can't even get past the first corner half the time now. This is insane.
Rear tire is busted and the
So,
wheel is busted.
DB to the rear tire on James Dean's car. It looks to me like it might be more than a rear tire DB. It was a pretty heavy hit.
And sorry for the language there of our track marshal. High level stuff going on at the moment.
Tension, yeah.
High level tension. Our track marshal getting a little bit carried away. Look at that.
Okay, yeah.
Big dig into the circuit.
So we have official from the judges that the fault of the collision has been deemed the fault of Kevin Pazur. So Kevin Pazur deemed at fault for the click. They're just crashing into each other every run now.
Watch this. Look, Kevin Basur, look, he didn't have the proximity. I think he messed up the initiation a little bit. Dean got into that outside zone too. Lovely, nice and early. Basur took a big chunk and bite out of it, dived, and he overtook Dean. And do you know what that done? On the inside here, it put him way too much on the inside. He hit the front wheel on the transition. Yeah. Game over.
And that's what the judges will say is impeding the lead car from transition.
He was almost overtaking Dean. Sorry,
yeah,
there, Dave.
And you know what? He has a choice here. He either
hits Dean,
handbrakes and loses the proximity, or he slows down and straightens.
Yeah.
So he has no choice.
He has no choice.
See Dean's hands thrown off the wheel. Look at the eyes.
James Dean's eyes are
His eyes were like, I'm heading to the wall very fast.
He's like, wow.
So now we have a recovery on